Hey guys, it's dinner time in the Reed kitchen, and today we are once again going to go healthy, take our pasta option and switch it with a veggie. We are taking sweet potato and we're going to make a pad thai, the fastest pad thai in the West. You won't believe your eyes. So we're going to get started. I'm going to tell you what we've got here, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to put together. I've prepped a few things for time, because again, we're working on keeping our time down, but I'm going to show you how to do everything. I have 2 medium sweet potatoes spiralized here. I used our spiralizer. It comes out to about, it looks like close to 8 cups in here. That's what we're going to use today. That should fill and feed our whole family. It looks like a pasta dish for us, so that should work out well. I have 1 red pepper sliced. I have about 2.5 cups of, I'm using turkey today, but you can use chicken. I just happen to have some leftover turkey, so we're going to use 2.5 cups of chopped turkey. It's already cooked. That's very key. I had a little bit of cauliflower left in my fridge. Geez, the glare's kind of getting bad there. I had a little bit of cauliflower left in my fridge, like a quarter of a head, maybe not even. And then I filled the rest of the bowl with edamames. You can also use peas if you'd like. You could use broccoli, whatever's in your kitchen. We want to get lots of veggies into this dish, and the green adds a nice color, so I was looking for something green. Even if you had some spinach, you could throw that in there. But broccoli is probably the #1 preferred if you happen to have that. And we'll go from there. Sarah, I love it. It's sensational. It's perfect. It's going in the vault. Okay, so that's the veggies. I've got some olive oil, my salt and pepper. I have some soya sauce we're going to use. I have 1/2 cup of peanut butter we're going to use. I have some agave syrup, some sesame oil, a garlic clove, and some ginger, minced up ginger, and I'll show you that in a second. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put the sauce together, and then we're going to get it sizzling on the stove. We're going to get everything going, and we'll hopefully have it all done before the end of this video. So let's rock and roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the sauce. So everything that's going to go into the sauce is going to go as follows. It's all going to go into this manual food processor. And all this is it's just like your magic bullet, but it's manually powered. So it's all arm strength, which is really nice, because if you're looking to do some healthy things in January, you're going to increase your biceps and triceps using this guy. It won't emulsify anything. So it's going to keep the consistency of some of your chunkier ingredients, which is perfectly fine in a sauce. So what we're going to start adding in here is we're going to add our 1/2 cup of peanut butter, right? We're going to put that in there. I'm going to try not to get it right over top of the hole here because it's going to make it difficult to put the lid on. But basically, we're using our measure all cup. This is our perfect measuring device for anything we call ooey gooey, icky, and sticky, because everything comes right out. You ask for 1/2 cup of peanut butter, you get the entire 1/2 cup. It all comes right out. It's really, really a perfect device. So we've got that. We need a tablespoon of ginger, okay? So I've got my ginger here. Here's a little ginger tip for you. Keep your ginger in your freezer. It's way easier to grate up when it's frozen hard. And then all you do is you take your grater and you grate it over top. You collect your ginger on the top of the grater, which probably looks like it's upside down, but if you think about it, it's probably an ingenious way to capture anything you're measuring in small doses. And then all you do is you slide it in to your measuring device, just like this. Now I've got a tablespoon of ginger. In it goes. Clove of garlic, which you've all seen me do millions of times with my favorite garlic press, right? The awesomest tool in your kitchen. Probably used every single day. No word of a lie. Every single day we've got garlic going into our systems. Actually, I don't need to worry about that right now. I have about a 1/2 cup and a 1/4 cup of water here, which I think I forgot to tell you, but I'm going to add that in now. We're going to add that in as we check the consistency of our sauce once it's mixing. So we're going to hold off on that one. I have some agave syrup here, and I'm going to put 1/2 tablespoon in there. A 1/2 tablespoon is about 7.5 mils. So we're just going to go like this, and in you go. Easy peasy. We've got some sesame oil here. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of that. It's already smelling really, really good. Oh my goodness. I have a lime here. We need a tablespoon of lime. This one's always a little trickier to measure exactly, but depending on how precise you are and how well you're versed in using your citrus press, you get a tablespoon right on the dot. Didn't that look like I was a professional? That's kind of impressive. We also need a tablespoon of soy sauce. So this sounds like it's all very confusing because there's so many little bits of things going in here. But honest to God, it's all about the prep work. You read the ingredients, you lay it out in front of you, and then simply you work yourself around in a circle and everything gets put in. So I'm going to add at least a 1/4 cup of the water because I can see that this peanut butter is going to need some substance to thin it out. We're going to measure it out as we go and see if it needs any more. Take the peanut butter off the side there. Going to put the trusty top on my manual food processor, and then I'm just going to crank it like so. Okay, and all I'm really doing is I'm mixing the ingredients. Lift the top off, and you can see the peanut butter still has a bit of a chunkier consistency. Keep in mind though, once we heat this up, the peanut butter is going to soften right down. So it may not be perfect once we're in here, but once we put it onto the skillet here, it's going to be a perfect setup. So while we're stirring that, I'm going to get the burner started because we need to work on heating up our burner. And I'm going to put, let's give or take a tablespoon of oil in there, right? Nice little circle. Pretty little pattern on the pan here. That's got a glare on it. We'll see if I can make it a shadow. Got to work on lighting in this kitchen. So there's our sauce. I'm going to leave it at that consistency there. Okay, that's what our sauce is going to go on. I'm going to move the lid over here. So what we've got is we've got our olive oil heating up over here. Clean up the work area just a little bit. Always nice to have a sink that's full of dishwater while you're doing this kind of stuff so that it can be ready to just have a dump inside there, right? Throw everything in there. This is the spiralizer once again. This is what we used to make our awesome sweet potato pastas. Look at how, let me get you just one so you can see the consistency. If you remember yesterday when we did the zucchini, they were a little bit thicker, and now the sweet potato is a lot thinner because it's a much harder vegetable. And once again, the harder the vegetable, the thinner it's going to go through your spiralizer, and then it's also going to be easier to cook. So this is our device that we used here. We cleaned up two sweet potatoes in probably 5 minutes. Like all you do is you place a sweet potato in, you rotate this guy around, you put next to no pressure on it, and it spiralizes these guys out. So now we've got 8 cups here of spiralized sweet potato that we're going to use as a pasta. It's going to be fantastic. I'm actually super excited. I love pad thai. It's one of my favorite things that I love to go and get. There's a restaurant here that I always like to take out from, and that's my go-to dish no matter what. So we're going to start with heating up the peppers. You hear that nice sizzle? Again, my professional side coming through. The chicken, which is already cooked, so all we're doing here is we're heating everything up. And the edamame and broccoli. Now, in our case, the edamame is frozen. So, like most vegetables anyway, you don't want them to get too mushy. You want them to just kind of get crispy cooked. There's a giant piece of cauliflower. We'll pull that out for now. I'm already liking the style of this dish. It smells good. The peanut butter wafting off to the side here. And you've got all your veggies sitting in here. I love the colors that are in here. It looks so perfect for a January dish, so fresh and simple. And when you think about it, you're going to use sweet potato instead of a pasta. It's going to be amazing. We're going to put the lid on here. We're going to give it a minute just to kind of get heated through. We're going to add these potatoes in very soon, actually. One little tip with our potatoes, though, if you'll notice, some of them can be, actually, these are not very long at all. Yesterday when we had done the zucchini, we noticed that they were rather long. And even eating them, the kids got a kick out of eating things that looked like this giant string of whatever. So you can take your shears, and as you're spiralizing them, you can just give them a quick trim. Or this would be a great fun thing for your kids to do to get them involved. It's like giving the potatoes a haircut. you could claim it just like that. They'd have a blast doing this. Again, it gets them participating in the kitchen. The more they participate, the more likely they are to actually engage in the meal. It's a very true statement. I know we're busy, and I know sometimes we just don't have time to do it, but if you can find the time, I highly recommend doing it. Like with every recipe, we add some salt and pepper for some taste. I'm going to dump this guy in here just like that. I almost need a bigger pan for this. Holy cow. So all we're going to do here is we're going to let these go. I'm going to cover it up. And I'm going to walk away for 5 minutes. This is going to steam itself, cooked quite a bit. It's all going to be ready. Once that 5 minutes is up, then we're going to add our sauce. And we're going to mix it all together. And then it's ready to go. Like literally, we've been on, I don't know how long this is going. I can't see a timer at the moment. But I'm going to say less than 10 minutes. We did a little bit of prep here. So maybe about 10 more minutes of that. And you've got a pad thai meal that you normally wouldn't think could be ready so quickly in your kitchen, ready in less than half an hour. If you've got some cilantro, which we have a little bit here, you can slice up a little bit of that and garnish the top of your dish with. If you have some peanuts, any of those items are all awesome garnishes to add to the dish once it's ready to serve. But you can use this 5-minute time to set your table, to get ready, to, you know, collect your thoughts, actually stop and complete one full thought, because as a busy mom, you don't get to do that. So that's kind of what is a nice thing when you get these odd little minutes while things are cooking. You can actually form a thought in those moments. So that's our meal today. It's a chicken and sweet potato pad thai. Super simple, super easy, super healthy, and it's something that your whole family will like, right? It's just a wonderful, different flavor. It's not your typical pasta and tomato sauce, which is still just as good, but this is a little bit of variety, and variety is the spice of life. So I hope you enjoy that. Give that a whirl. I'm not going to keep you on camera for the full 5 minutes. I will post some pictures of it completed at the end, and we'll go from there. And as always, anything you see in these videos, I can help you with. If there's products, recipes, anything along those lines that you'd like, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear the responses on what you're thinking. If you've tried it, who liked it, who didn't like it, what you'd like to see maybe, what kind of recipes are you looking for here in January? What would be the best thing I could present for you? Because I have fun with these, but I want to be able to help you too. That's kind of where this is more for you than it is for me, but it is fun for me, so I am enjoying it. So take that, try that at home, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night.